Hi guys, welcome to our 11th and final lecture. Oh, no need to feign sadness, I'm happy too. And believe it or not, I saved the best for last. So let's get started. The first one, it's an adjective. Will you please repeat after me? Inquisitive. Oh, I'm sorry, couldn't hear you. Inquisitive. Inquisitive. In my mind, it just means curious. Always asking questions. Wanting to discover as much as you can about things. Hungry for knowledge. Here's a little boy with medugi, a grasshopper. Children in particular seem very inquisitive, perhaps because the whole world is new to them. In Korean, 탐구심이 많은. Interesting. I have a question for you. 당신은 호기심이 많은 사람입니까? Are you an inquisitive person? Are you curious about the world we inhabit? Anyway, inquisitive is just someone who is intellectually curious, wanting to know more, curious about how things work. Excuse me. Let's look at the next one. It's a verb. Confide. It means to tell a secret. Confide. What do I have here? To tell something that is secret or private to someone whom you trust. If you confide in someone, you tell them a secret. It looks like this. I wonder, in whom do you confide? The little boy telling a girl a secret. He's confiding in her. Excuse me. Let's see here. Cute. Do you confide in your brother? Do you confide in your sister? Older sister? I typically confide in my mom and dad. I share things with my parents, and not always the same things. For example, I will confide in my mom about certain topics and my father something else. Anyway, confide just means to tell someone something secret, to tell someone whom you trust some private information. An example, she confided all of her biggest secrets in her best friend. By the way, take note of how that's phrased. Confide, and then the preposition in. Confide in. She confided, so this is a separable phrasal verb. You don't have to know that, but she confided all of her biggest secrets in her best friend. What does that mean? She told all of her secrets to her best friend. In Korean, I'm not sure how to say this. 비밀을 털어놓다. Hopefully my pronunciation is okay. Or, 친구? 친구에게 상말을 하다? Well, guys, that's confide. Look at the next one. Insatiable. It's an adjective. Please say it with me. Insatiable. Insatiable. Remember, the prefix in means not. So literally not able to be satisfied. Especially of a desire or need. A desire or need too great to be satisfied. If someone has an insatiable desire for something, they want as much of it as they can possibly get. Okay. Look, there's a few examples on your handout here, guys. Politicians. Like so many politicians, they have an insatiable desire for power. Now, guys, on your handout here, I phrased it several different ways. So, he had an insatiable hunger for power, an insatiable appetite for power. So, no matter how much power he gained, he was always wanting more. Let's see here. This is another example. The public seems to have an insatiable appetite for stories about the famous. In other words, celebrities. Hey guys, have you ever seen the movie Interview with the Vampire? It's an old movie. It came out in 1994. I was 16, and it stars Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt, and they are both vampires. A very young Tom Cruise. Have you seen this movie? Interview with the Vampire? Anyway, it is often said that a vampire's thirst for blood is insatiable. They're always wanting more. This is a photograph of Count Dracula, and this is actually a Danish actor, and this series, it's just called Dracula, can be seen on Netflix, which I recommend. I was slow to watch this, but I really enjoyed it. This is another old movie. Came out in 1992. It's called Bram Stoker's Dracula, and I thought it was a really good movie. This is Dracula, by the way. Very debonair. Okay, so insatiable. What is that in Korean? 만족할 줄 모르는. Did I say it correctly? Let's look at the next one. Anti-hero? Anti-hero? Hero? Anti-hero. An anti-hero is, just in my own mind, guys, it's a bad good guy. What? An anti-hero is the main character of a story. This comes right from your notes, guys. The main character in a story who does not have the usual good qualities that are expected in a hero. For example, idealism, courage, morality. Again, excuse me, guys. I have a tickle in my throat. An anti-hero is the main character. It could be a novel, a play, a film. Main character in a film who is not morally good and simply does not behave like a typical hero. 이해했어요? let's look at some examples. Actually, look at the first example. I circled it on my handout here. The author made the book's main character an anti-hero who is both dishonest and hot-headed, means he or she gets angry quickly, but helps people when it counts. So if they see someone who is in need, they will help them. Let's see here. Well, in this particular film, Joker, he is kind of an anti-hero. He may not be the best example. Oh, by the way, coincidentally, almost all of the examples I found came from the Marvel universe. I'm not a big fan of Marvel movies. I did collect Marvel comic books when I was a teenager, but anyway, Wolverine is kind of an anti-hero. He's aggressive, he curses, but we all know he's kind of a bad good guy. I have a feeling if you met Logan in real life, he probably would not be your best friend. How about Captain Jack Sparrow from Pirates of the Caribbean? He's an anti-hero, I think. Well, let's see here. Enough of that. So that's anti-hero. This next one, I know you know. Assassinate. In Korean, 암살하다. Can you think of someone who has been assassinated? 암살하고 싶은 사람이 있습니까? Is there anyone whom you would like to assassinate? So, assassinate, guys. Murder an important person in a surprise attack for political or religious reasons. Okay. Let's look at some examples. Mahatma Gandhi. He is considered a father of the nation in India. He was assassinated by a Hindu who thought he was or had made too many concessions to the Muslims. US President John Kennedy, he was assassinated before I was born. I think in Miguk there have been 4 presidents that have been assassinated. I don't want to bore you with US history, guys, but here's another photograph. This is President Kennedy, and here is his younger brother, Bobby Kennedy. They were both assassinated at different times. This is an interesting example. Do you recognize this man? This is a musician, former Beatle, John Lennon. On our handout, it says murder someone for political or religious reasons. I don't think John Lennon was murdered for political or religious reasons. And I think the guy who killed him was certainly crazy. And I think he murdered him thinking he would become famous. Yeah, so sometimes I I've read John Lennon was assassinated, and I think to myself, it's curious how they use that word, because typically I think about it used in a different context. But anyway, in this case, a musician was murdered, and sometimes they refer to his murder as an assassination. Guys, I don't know Korean history well, but this is an old photograph of Empress Myeongsung, better known as Queen Min. She was assassinated, and I hope I get the year right. I think in 1895. So that's assassinate. 암살하다. Okay, look at the next one. I want to spend a couple of minutes on this one. Ornate. It's an adjective. Ornate, highly detailed and decorated. It could be some object, almost any object that is decorated with complicated patterns. In English, sometimes we use the word intricate. In Korean, 복잡한 무늬, intricate, complex patterns. Let's just look at some examples. So guys, take a look at this. Here's a staircase. Very normal, basic staircase. It looks nice. Guys, keep this picture in your mind. So this staircase, now look at this one. This is a ornate iron staircase. Look at all the detail they put into this. Now, it may not be to your taste, but this is an example of ornate. An ornate iron staircase. Another example. Here is a floor mirror. Nothing special. Typical mirror. All right. Now look at this one. Very ornate. I actually, I don't care for this. It's a little bit too fancy for my taste. Doorknob. Very basic. Whoa. Take a look at this. Look at all the detail and the carving and the design. This is an ornate doorknob. Oh my God. Guys, take a look at this. This is a palace in southern Spain called Alhambra. I've never been there, but it's a UNESCO World Heritage Site. And I want to show you some photos of inside. Take a look at this. Wow. Daebak. Honestly, the photos don't do it justice, but look at all the carvings. The architecture is very ornate. I think it's beautiful. The geometric patterns. Look at this. So beautiful. It's an ornate door. See this? I would really like to go here. Upside down. Okay. This is a gate in Versailles, so near Paris. Look at this. Ornate gate. I have a photograph. It's the same gate, just close up. Again, this is the gate to Versailles. Highly ornate. Anyway, guys, just remember, ornate can be almost anything. Ornate clock, ornate key, this is interesting. This is an ornate door, but in particular, look at the lock. I think this is in England. Sorry for the glare. And just something basic like ornate silverware. Ornate? Some synonyms: elaborate or fancy. And again, guys, it could be almost anything. An ornate chair, ornate table, bookcase, teapot, candlestick, anything that is highly decorated. Okay, moving on, guys. The next one, tentative. Tentative. Please say it with me. Tentative. It means not yet finalized or still able to be changed, like some plan. Not definite. Okay. Look at I circled some examples. And again, this is right from your handout, guys. No secret. So look at the last two. Universities, including ours, universities are tentatively planning to reopen their campuses in the fall. By the way, guys, tentative, jamjangjakin, almost always, not always, but almost always, I hear it used as an adverb. Tentatively, or in Korean, jamjangjaguro. Jamjangjaguro. So, universities are tentatively planning on inviting students and faculty back to campus in September. Will they? Well, their policy could change. So it's not yet finalized, subject to change. I'm tentatively planning on visiting my parents, maybe next summer. Will I go to Miguk next summer? I don't know. But I'm tentatively planning on going. Will you say it with me, guys? Tentatively. One more time. Tentatively. Faster. Tentatively. Good. I'll be honest with you guys. Out of all the words on our list, I probably use that one the most. It's not necessarily my favorite word, but it's practical English. Tentatively. Some plans are tentative, so subject to change. Okay, next one. So easy. Barefoot. I wonder, do you know this word? Barefoot? Sometimes when I'm making a lecture, I wonder, like, maybe students already know that. Barefoot? It just means not wearing shoes or socks. Do you ever walk barefoot? In the city, it's not really a good idea. You could step on a piece of broken glass or, I don't know, some trash, but I think it's relaxing. Just looking at this picture makes me feel relaxed. Do you ever go barefoot? When I was a kid, I used to walk barefoot on soft grass. Anyway, that's barefoot. I'm not sure how to say it in Korean. Main ball row, gatta, walk barefoot. Okay, a few more guys and then we'll be finished. This next one, I want you to put a star by this. I want you to know this word. It's a noun. Ferocity. Please say it with me. Ferocity. Ferocity. Now, ferocity is the state of being ferocious, wild, scary, and fierce. The lion attacked its victim with ferocity. Okay, not a lion, but ferocious. 고양이. Fierce? Aha! I forgot to mention. Fierce in Korean, sanaun. Two lions battling. In Korean, ferocity, 흉표함. Guys, usually when I hear the word ferocity, I do think about animals, but if you look at the first example, sometimes it's applied to people. So the police were shocked by the ferocity of the attack, meaning someone was hurt and it was so violent, so savage, that it appears like an animal did it. In Korean, 흉포한 행동. What is that? Behavior? Anyway, concentrate on the first one. 흉포함. I can say it. Ferocity. Put a star by that. I want you to know it. Okay, next one. Easy. Foreseeable. Describe something that is likely to happen, or something that is expected or likely to happen in the near future. As far into the future as you can imagine or plan for. So, just a simple example, the situation is unlikely to change in the foreseeable future. For example, how long will we wear a mask? I don't know. But for the foreseeable future. How long will I be living in Korea? I don't know. I will continue to teach at Hoofs for the foreseeable future. I will stay at Hoofs until you graduate. Okay, what is that? Foreseeable? 예측할 수 있는. Did I say that? Okay. 예측할 수 있는. And the last one, guys, just for fun, it's a noun. Alchemist. Will you say that with me? Alchemist. A scientist in the Middle Ages, so 500 years ago. A scientist from the Middle Ages who tried to discover how to change ordinary metals into gold. This is a photograph of molten gold. It's So they've heated it up and it's liquid. And they're pouring it into some sort of mold. Their field of study, so their major, their field of study was called alchemy. In Korean, 연금술. Aha. But today, we know alchemy is a pseudoscience. In Korean, 사이비 과학. Pseudoscience, guys, you don't have to know this for the test, but pseudoscience is a belief or theory that was once considered scientific, but in reality has no basis in scientific fact. In Korean, 연금술사. Guys, 나는 연금술사입니다. Last night, as I was preparing for our lecture, I took a piece of iron and I changed it into this gold coin. I'm not sure if the camera is going to focus. Oh, so sad. Come on. No? Anyway, this is a Canadian maple leaf. It's 1 ounce of pure gold. It's 99% pure gold. And of course, the maple leaf is the symbol of Canada. Can you guys see that? I'm so disappointed. It's really flashy in the sunlight. I will confide in you. I am what's called a numismatist. I buy and sell rare coins. It's my hobby. I've been collecting coins since I was a young boy. And anyway, I just thought I'd show it to you. All right, guys. Let's call it a day. Let's see here. The next time we see each other, it will be the final exam review. So please do not procrastinate. Manage your time carefully these last couple of weeks. I know it's very stressful, but let's finish the semester strong, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye.